Experience involves remembrance, time, and which is the past. Therefore, the experiencer is the experienced. If I seek illumination, enlightenment, or whatever you might like to call it, I'm then trying to do all kinds of things to achieve that. But I don't know what illumination is. I don't know. Not because you said it, or Buddha said it, or somebody else said it. I don't know. But I'm going to find out. Which means the mind must be totally free from prejudice, from fear, and all the rest of that messy business. So my concern is not illumination, but whether the content of my consciousness can be cleansed, whatever word you use. That's my concern. Not concern, that's my inquiry. And as long as I am separate from my consciousness, I can experience it, I can analyze it, I can tear it to pieces, act upon it, which means perpetual conflict between me and my consciousness. I wonder why we accept all this. Why do I accept that I'm a Hindu? Why do I accept that I'm a Catholic? You follow?
Yes.
Why do we accept what other people say?
Well, we say it ourselves.
Huh?
We say it ourselves.
Yes. No, not only we say it out, but it's encouraged, sustained, nourished by people outside. Why? Why do we accept? He is a professor, and he's teaching me. I accept that. Because he knows biology much more than I do. I go to his class, and I'm being informed with what he says. But he's not my guru. He's not my behavioral guide. He's giving me information about biology, and I'm interested in it. I want to study it, and I want to go out in the field and do all kinds of stuff. But why do we accept authority, psychological authority, spiritual, quote, spiritual authority? Again we come back, security. I don't know what to do, but you know better than I do. You're my guru. I refuse that position.
But don't we arrive at the same set of problems if we start not from authority, but from responsibility? That, say I'm a father, I have this child, we've agreed some time ago.
Instructed that, of course.
You have to look after this baby.
Of course.
Fine. But no, in order to feed the baby, you become preoccupied with security. Job, tenure, house, protecting the house against marauders and so on.
Of course.
Don't you get into the same lot of things about the preoccupation with security, starting not from authority but from responsibility for others, for children, for example?
Of course.
So if you, then what is the answer to that? It's easy to say you should reject responsibility.
Of course, if I have money, if I earn money, job, and so on, I have to look after myself. If I have servants, I have to look after servants, my children, perhaps their children too. I'm responsible for all that.
Yes.
Physically, I'm responsible. To give them food, to give them right amount of money, allow their children go to proper school, like my children. I'm responsible for all that.